What's up everyone, this is NyhlekDreams back with another video, and I just wanted to apologize for it being about a week since I've uploaded. I just got over a sickness that I've been going through for a few days now and just really haven't been able to make a video, but thank you for your patience and really glad to be back and getting into another video. Today is our 730th day logged into Fortnite, so we're going to be doing an account overview and looking at my account after 2 years logged into Fortnite and checking out what we've been able to acquire so far up until this second birthday. So I'm just really excited to be able to share this with all of you and show what I've been able to get up until this point. I also made an account overview on day 575 a little while back, so if you guys are interested in what I've been able to get from then until now, I'll be linking that in the description to be able to show you what I've been able to get since that point. But we're going to go ahead and hop right into this, and we'll start off in the backpack to show kind of some stuff that I use on a regular basis. We got a Blastotron and the Blastotron Mini for some sniper and pistol loadouts. The boom bow, it was really fun seeing that come into the game and being able to get to use this. I've been running it with Zenith a lot and it's been really enjoyable to use this boom bow. It's one of the most fun weapons to use in the game in my personal opinion. Bundle bus, we all know that it's a really good assault rifle, so I keep one on hand for miss monsters when using assault rifles. Candy corn LMG is my personal favorite LMG. Double boiler, it's a really solid shotgun. The Dragon's Claw, it's one that I use in a niche build. It's more of an explosive type build that just gets used on mostly nature missions since the Dragon's Claw is locked to fire. So just whenever I'm able to use it in those missions, it's just kind of for a little fun and not so much for really practical use, just something to mess around with. Dragoon is just a really solid shotgun. Duet, I actually don't use this much. I don't really prefer the Duet in terms of LMGs, so I need to actually recycle that. Easter egg launcher, that's part of this explosive build that I use. The Freedom's Herald, one of my favorite pistols in the game, being able to use for AoE target. Hammer Crush on some first shot Rio builds. Hemlock, just being able to use that on assault rifle builds as well. With like sledgehammer and everything. So these are just some of the weapons that I use on a regular basis. We won't spend too much time here. Hunter Killer and Jack's Revenge. Jack's Revenge is just a really strong Miss Monster Killer pistol for pistol builds. But yeah, I went ahead and maxed out the Neon Sniper and use it on occasion as well. But we'll go ahead and move into the melee. Just a few different ones here. We've got the Astro Bat, just a really reliable club to be able to use in certain club builds. The Atomic Light Expander, I really like this one, and the Sir Lancelot, they're both very close spears, so I just kind of pick and choose where I actually use them because my Lancelot is the nature element, so usually when I'm at fire or water elements and being able to try and make use out of spears, I use the Atomic Light Expander. The Reaper Scythe, just a really solid scythe that I personally like to use. The Steam Thrasher Scythe is actually another really good one, but I haven't used it in a little bit. Spectral Blade, this one was just made to try out a different build with Fiona. Normally it has a crit rating and I've since switched it back, but I haven't destroyed this one yet. The Storm Chaser's Revenge, this is another one that I use on Fiona builds for a really solid axe build and get large crit damage numbers out of it and just be able to enjoy that. And so that's pretty much it for the melee department. Just some ammo traps here we have. Normally I carry about 50 of each, so I just top them up and gonna be using those in missions. And then we've got some resources here in the backpack, which are just what I use on hand for traps and making different stuff like that, and just try to keep a little bit on hand. I need to restock my planks though because I have made all these traps and haven't been able to restock anything, so probably just pull them out of storage, which we'll go into next and look at. We've got some weapons just sitting here from where I crafted them before. And then we have some more materials just stocked up here. Bright core, a little bit of obsidian, some shadow shard, and just T5 mats mainly. Just kind of skim through this real quick. We've got some energy ammo just sitting here from having it stocked from a while back, and just bacon, herbs, and some extra little bits that we've been holding on to be able to use. And we'll go ahead and head into the collection book. Since our last one, we've actually brought this up about 30-ish levels, so just being able to actually get some rewards from that was nice. The birthday llamas helped out a lot with being able to put duplicates in those slots where we didn't have them before, but we'll kind of just run through these really quick and show off some of the ones that we've been able to fill out. This isn't really important because you can just see that the collection level is kind of high and you can probably gather that a fair bit of this is going to be filled out, so nothing too interesting here. We got some of the survivors and then just unique leads as well, and then we can move into some of the ranged weapons. Just filled out a lot of these and just started working on some of the crystal ones to help keep bumping that collection book level up and just be able to get it higher and get some of the rewards. I personally wish that I had this up a little bit more, but a lot of people don't really focus too much on the collection book. We just got some more melee weapons filled out, but you pretty much get the picture. A lot of these are just going to be filled out, nothing really to go over here. Traps, I do need to get the tar pit. I haven't been able to get extras to be able to put in these slots, and some of the newer stuff won't be in there because I haven't been able to get duplicates of it yet, so we're just still working on that. Haven't been able to get extras on these Sci-Fi event heroes and everything, so hopefully at some point we'll be able to come back and fill these slots up and get a little bit more out of it. But we'll go ahead and back out to the resources since there's not much to go over in the collection book and take a look at what we've been able to get for resources. Keep a lot of flux. I've been looking at some different weapons that are epic that I may actually put these into, but not for certain when I will just yet. But we're sitting at 2150 legendary flux. Got some perk up here that we're saving up to be able to upgrade some weapons as they come out, and we've got season 10 coming out very soon, so we'll be able to look at anything new that we're getting and potentially level that stuff up, so looking forward to that. Just got some evo mats here to be able to max things out. A little bit of gold on hand to buy anything that comes in the shop. We haven't used our hero recruitment vouchers yet when they came out with the hero rework, so we're holding on to them in case we can use them somewhere. A little bit more perk up here. We are low on tickets right now from opening all the birthday llamas. Been trying to get a Jack's Revenge with these as well. Haven't been able to have any luck with that yet, but luckily we did get that Sir Lancelot we were looking at on the birthday llama videos, so really glad to be able to have some things that we did get. And we've also got some elemental up, being able to change elements and just some more XP and everything, some reperk. Little bit of mini llamas, and then some manuals and weapon designs that we'll be able to use to max things out. So that's pretty much it for the resources and all the things that we have on hand to be able to level anything up. And we'll go ahead and move into our survivors and check out our current squads that we have. Since we are power level 131, we do have all these maxed out. I still have a little bit of work that I want to do in trying to mix match some more cosplay survivors in here, but it calls for getting other survivors. But just take a quick skim through and look at the squads that I've been able to put together and kind of the uniqueness and how I was able to get a lot of the survivor cosplay ones from the Fortnite event and the year 1 birthday llamas. It was unfortunate to see that the year 2 birthday llamas did not have any year 1 items in them, so it's kind of a bummer to be going through that because I know a lot of people are actually expecting to get some of these and try to get the jackal launcher as well. And so it's just kind of a shame that people weren't being able to get that. And we can head into this managed category as well and check out what we have here. I do keep these on hand. I've got some favorited cosplay survivors in case by chance they ever allow us to flux up survivors, although I don't think that that will become a thing, but in case they do, we are prepared and able to have some on hand and just have a little bit of extra mythic leads and other legendaries in case that I at some point want to switch them out, and just some extra survivors on hand. We can go ahead and get into the heroes as well and check out all of the heroes that we've been able to get. We'll start in the soldiers here. We got Carbide from the Blockbuster event, Master Grenadier Ramirez, Quick Draw Calamity, Raven from the Blockbuster as well, Steel Wool Carlos, Wukong, Battlehound Jonesy, the new Birthday Brigade Jonesy. I actually was a pretty big fan of this one and the way that he is designed, even though the character model actually follows one that I don't care for too much because I like the sleek soldier look, kind of like Sledgehammer. But the design for the crown and the birthday cake I actually did enjoy, so there's that. We also have Birthday Brigade Ramirez from the year 1 birthday as well, and just being able to get her was nice, and seeing all the things that stack up and really be able to make this account unique and show all the time that has been able to be put into it and the journey so far. So really been enjoying the ability to do that. Got Buckshot Raptor, which is available through level 100 in the collection book, and another really solid hero to be using for shotguns. Bulletstorm Jonesy, Bunny Brawler Luna, Chromium Ramirez, Crackshot. That's another really unique one, being able to get him when the winter event was around this year with Frost Knight. Just got some unique ones here that have been acquired over a long time. Gold Trooper Ramirez from the first Fortnite Mirrors event. Just some of the heroes that we've been able to get. T-Rex Jonesy, Skull Trooper Jonesy. That's about it for all the ones that we've leveled up. And we've got Sledge. And the constructors, we got Blake Beard, Mega Base, Bomb Squad. Got the new Eddie from the Sci-Fi Hero event. Machinist Harper. A lot of these are able to actually be gotten into the game, like Machinist Harper came through the expansion, so being able to see the transition from how this was originally just a scavenger set item and now there are the expansion heroes and schematics, you know, being able to see the way that Epic changed it to let us get the opportunity to acquire some of those things that may not have been in the game. It's helpful for the newer players, so that's a really good plus to seeing some of the changes that Epic has made. We've got the Miss Bunny Penny, Power Base Kyle. This is my personal favorite on the constructor tags. This is the style of Kyle that I like to use the most. That did rhyme, so unfortunate there. And then we have Prehistoric Iza, Privateer Hype, Riot Control Iza, Riot Response Hazard. This one actually makes a pretty interesting Plasma Pulse build due to the ability to have a lower cooldown on the Plasma Pulse, but haven't really been able to get the things that I want to make a build out of that. So hopefully at some point we'll be able to do that. And we've got the Ice King as well as Thunder Thoris. So we've got all these heroes that are constructors from past events. Warden Kyle from the first winter event that came out with the vacuum tube set. We can go ahead and move into the ninjas. Blade Storm, Lynx Cassandra, Swordmaster Ken, Alchemist Sarah. This is a really strong smoke bomb, being able to put the medicinal fumes down. Really good in support for Fiona builds when you're using her in Commander and trying to go with bioenergy source. This is just a really solid one to have. Cloak Shadow, Dashing Hair Ken. This was actually one of my favorite aesthetic heroes in Save the World, so I really do enjoy being able to use him on occasion when it's able to from lower level missions, since he doesn't perform that well in higher level missions. Deadly Blade Crash, being able to use her mostly on spear builds, but she's such a strong melee commander, and just getting that melee damage from the affliction, definitely a must-have, and glad that she was also one that was able to be added in from the expansion heroes as well, so you can acquire her now and not just have to wait until Storm Zone comes out. Harvester Sarah, this is another really good one. Intergalactic Ken, he was really unique in being able to try out some throwing star builds and try and get energy on those throwing stars, so he's pretty fun to be able to use in mid-range Twine missions. Hybrid is another pretty useful hero to put in the support slot and be able to get use out of the affliction on Deadly Blade Crash. We've got the Xbox exclusive Jade Assassin Sarah, as well as the other Xbox exclusive ones, but since Assassin Sarah is such a very useful support item and being able to have in your builds, Overtaker Hero, being able to use him in some kunai builds. Paleo Luna, one of the really useful support builds and primary commander slot builds to be able to use as well for melee. A lot of people have been running her with some attack speed melee weapons, so she's definitely a nice one to be able to have acquired as well. Swift Shuriken Lamurai from the first Fortnite mirrors. Thunderstrike Mari, this one is another one that I actually made a video on and really enjoy trying to use from time to time. Whiteout Fiona, this is probably my favorite commander slot melee hero, just being able to take advantage of crit rating on swords, axes, and size. She's really good, really useful, really helpful in being able to have in higher end Twine missions as well, because she's so reliable with crit builds. And that's pretty much it for this. Hopefully at some point we are able to choose the way that we are able to customize our hero skins, or at least what stage we would like to use, because Dire has been left at 2-star because this is my personal favorite form of Dire. Just kind of this first beginning transition phase from Werewolf. I really do enjoy the way that this one looks, and I have refused to level him up since then. If I were to get an extra one from the Birthday Llama, I would probably max it out and keep this one like this, but I have not been able to get that so far, so just being able to have him and hopefully at some point try to be able to change our cosmetics. Maybe it might come in Season 10, hopefully we'll be able to see that, but we'll leave him there for now and head into the last of the Outlanders and go over some of these as well that we've gotten. We've got Azalea Clark, which is a pretty nice hero, definitely great in support. We've got Field Agent Rio, Face Scout Jess, Ragnarok, Steel Wool Anthony. This is my personal favorite hero in Save the World right now due to his cosmetic appearance. He's not so much a great hero, but he does have a pretty useful commander perk, and I like to use him from time to time with mix match builds and being able to maybe use him with pistols or snipers while also getting some ability damage, so he's a nice one. Sub-Zero Zenith, one of the strongest heroes in the game. Beetlejuice, a lot of people really wanted this coming around this year in the year 2 birthday llamas. This is the strongest pistol hero in the game, and hopefully they do add a way to be able to get this one in time. Going Coconuts, one of the strongest support perks that you can have in a build, especially with Blast from the Past since it came out. Definitely a good one to have. Cyberclops, another really great support bonus to have with the energy branching off to different targets and getting you some extra damage that way. Old Glory AC from the Stars and Stripes hero set, just being able to get some 4th of July heroes, and this is actually a pretty useful one with the cooldowns. I have 2 Deadshot Jesses still from back when you could put them in the support and tactical slots. The support for Deadshot Jess, but you were able to slot multiple heroes to get bonuses from them. Since the hero rework, there's no reason to actually have to, so maybe at some point I will recycle and use the resources on another hero, but we'll see. And then we've got the Ice Queen, which is another really strong Seismic Smash hero, kind of like Anthony, and being able to freeze targets when you use your Seismic Smash. So these are just some of the other heroes that we'd be able to use. Trailblazer Jess was another Xbox exclusive, but yeah, just some of the ones that we've acquired up to this point, and still some that we need to level up because we haven't made builds with them. But that pretty much wraps up the heroes, and we'll go ahead and move into the banners real quick and just go over some of the banners that we have. Here's just some standard ones from the game. We've got some of the Battle Royale ones, and then some special ones here, just some Frost Knight ones it looks like that we've been able to acquire, and then some Founder ones here. That pretty much is all there. So the special ones are what pretty much everyone's going to be looking out for here. We've got some of the War Games ones. I believe this one was the Teleporting Bomb. So just some of the different ones that we've been able to get, and we also have some of the Endurance ones. Still need to do Canny and Twine. Haven't been able to finish those out yet, but hopefully at some point. And then we also still have the Frost Knight banner, which was a pleasure to be able to get, and glad to really be able to see that as well. So nice to have some of these banners, and hopefully we'll see some more unique ones come in season 10, or just as more content comes into the game. But nothing much to show there with the banners, so we'll just go ahead and back out here and head over to the schematics and check out what we've been able to get in terms of schematics. So I think that I checked a couple of days ago, and since I last checked, I believe I have 75 total maxed out schematics, and that includes all legendary perks. So we'll just head through some of these and check out the ones that are my favorite. We've got the Basilisk, Blastotron 9000, and the Blastotron Mini. The Boombo, which a lot of people loved being able to come into the game. The Bundle Bus, a Buzz Cut from the Scavenger set, which is now another thing that's a part of expansion, just being able to use this one and get this one from the base game and just any llama. I'm glad that they changed that. We've got the Candy Corn LMG from the second Fortnite Mares, and this is just a really strong LMG that I like to use, so definitely maxed it out. Dragon's Claw, like I said, was one of those niche things that I like to use. Dragoon, Duet, the Easter Egg Launcher, Freedom's Herald, Gamatron 9000. This is a really solid assault rifle, and just being able to use it with energy and kind of use it in every case scenario. We've got a Gravedigger from the first Fortnite Mares, and we also actually have the second one somewhere down, but we haven't leveled it up, that we were able to get from the second Fortnite Mares. A couple of Ground Pounders, the Hammer Crush, Helium Shotgun, a really strong shotgun to be using in shotgun loadouts for its long range and being able to take out blasters. Made one of element specific for each Hemlock, the Hunter Killer and the Huskbuster. This is another really solid shotgun that I like to use on occasion. The Jack's Revenge, just definitely one of the best pistols in the game. Last Word, Merc LMG, and the Neon Sniper Noble Launcher. I still prefer the Noble Launcher to a lot of the other explosive weapons, but we've had some other really solid explosive weapons come out in the game, like the new Sci-Fi launcher and the Santa's Little Helper. Both of those are really great rocket launchers to be able to have. The Nocturno, this is another one that a lot of people seem to like to see a lot of. Old Betsy and the Pain Train, Plasmatron, the Pop Shot, Pulsar 9000. I still can't wait to do a review on this. Haven't been able to because I was sick, but really looking forward to it. This is a really solid shotgun. Silent Spectre, another assault rifle that I really like to use on occasion, and being able to use it when I'm not using hemlocks and stuff. Spyglass, this is my favorite sniper personally. I did get a second one, so we'll be looking to make that one element specific and probably make it fire. Stalwart Squire here, the Steam Piston, Terminator, Tiger, just some of the other ones that we have. The Vendor Tech. We've also got the Vendor Tech Blaster and the Disintegrator, the Pulsar. All these were some of my favorites from the Vendor Tech set. Whisper 45s. This is personally my favorite pistol in the game, but I wouldn't say it's the best one. It's just a really solid one that I like to use. Wraith, we do have 3 of these total, so at some point we'll be making element specific. And we've got the Yeoman as well. There's that second Gravedigger, Frostbite, a couple more bundle buses that we've been able to get since the Birthday Llamas came out. Double boilers, looking forward to making those as well. And just some other favorites down here. A couple of last words we'll make element specific. Rat-a-tat, Santa's Little Helper there. And some other Rat King and stuff like that. Just some extra ones that are favorites here that I might actually level up. And there's those last 2 Wraiths. We'll go ahead and check out the melee weapons. And we've got the Astrobat, Atomic Light Expander, the Founder's Blazing Masamune, Reaper Scythe. A lot of these are just favorites, and the reason that I have so little, these are personal favorites that I actually enjoy using, and I'm looking to level up more, but we haven't been able to level them up because lately I've been focusing a lot of my perk up into the next category, which are traps. And since the last account overview video, this is mainly what I've been working on and trying to finish out. And I've actually finally been able to max out every single one of the traps, all 130 and maxed schematics, being able to get all legendaries on them. So just being able to actually finally have each one of these maxed out, it's a really nice milestone for my personal account and being able to use these whenever I want. We got the broadside, really enjoyed when this came out. Ceiling drop trap, ceiling electric field, ceiling gas trap, obviously one of the most solid traps that we have in the game. Ceiling zapper. The builds that you see on these as I go through them, they are not the best or the meta choices. I wouldn't say that they are the ones that you want to use over every other one, but the way that they are built is the way I personally like to use them and try to get most damage from what I believe would be really useful out of them, and just being able to use them that way and kind of get a lot of crit builds out of them and really see like large damage numbers like on wall dynamos and like the ceiling zapper here. The reason they're perked for double crit rating, double crit damage, is to just maximize when it actually goes off on damage. Healing pad. A lot of people think this is a pretty useless way to put perk up into a schematic, but I personally wanted to max out all of my traps, so I went ahead and maxed out all the healing amount on a healing pad to be able to have it heal as much as it can and not really worry about the speed, because campfires are better, so I usually just use those and kind of just use these on occasion, not really often. We've got the patrol ward level 130. You actually can't put any rolls on this, so that's just maxed out through XP. Retractable floor spikes. I actually became a really big fan of these recently and really like the way that they perform, putting the double crit rating, double crit damage on them, and they've got such a low reload time that I personally felt you don't have to put a reload speed on them. You could if you wanted to, but it's really nice to see the large chunk of damage go off when they do, and having a pretty, reliable reload speed on them. The tar pit, a lot of people don't like this. I don't know whether I like the floor freeze better or the tar pit, because I like the way that the tar pit holds them and the way that, it's just likely that you're going to get your husk to step in it and hold it there, versus it only having a reload speed time that you've got downtime on how often you can actually use it. So I was actually a really big fan of the tar pit and just kind of put the durability on to be able to use it as much as I could. Got wall darts, wall dynamos for the crit rating, crit damage. These have a little bit longer of a reload time, so went ahead and put a reload speed on them. Got the wall launchers, wall lights, wall spikes. Wanted to be able to try some of these things out and went ahead and did the wooden floor spikes as well. And just wanted all these to be maxed out legendary and say, that I was able to max them all out and use them whenever I'm able to. So just really glad to be able to finish this up, and probably the final note on this account overview and being able to check out the things that I've been able to get. I'm really glad to get to this point and finally have all of my traps maxed out, and just moving on to the next area and trying to get things for the account and max things out. So probably going to go into, like I said, getting some more melee weapons and whatever comes into season 10. But that's it for this video. Not too much to go over since the last account overview I did wasn't too long ago, and they haven't added that much into the game since that point, just the retro sci-fi event and the birthday llamas. So we went over that and the maxed out schematics that I was able to finish with the traps as well. And other than that, not too much to really look at. Like I said, if you want to take a look at the 575 day video, that will be posted in the description, and just kind of see the comparison between then and now. And hopefully we'll be able to go over a lot more once season 10 comes out, because if we're getting emotes, then we'll be able to acquire those and check out the journey from season 10 and seeing all the cool things that'll be released, and hopefully it'll be a lot to go over in the next one. But I want to thank you all so much for being patient, and thank you all for the kind comments that you do leave and the positivity. As I said, I was sick, and so I apologize for not being able to put out a video sooner, but thank you all so much for the encouragement and the support that you do give. And thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.